friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to bring to you some books, 4 for adults and 2 for kids, that are great if you are a foster parent, thinking about becoming a foster parent, a seasoned or a newbie. These books are all awesome reads. So the first book is called Another Place at the Table by Cathy Harrison. And I really like this book because it's from the perspective of a foster mom. She had many children through her home, for part of her journey, she strictly took girls that had been, sorry about that, my phone. So for part of her journey, she strictly took girls that had been sexually abused. So it's just amazing to see the transformation in these kids and everything that she dealt with. So this is my first recommendation. On everything political, the court system, all of that aside, this really shows you how 2 people can make a difference. So this was just a really inspiring book to me. I really enjoyed it. So again, Another Place at the Table by Cathy Harrison. The next book, it actually has a sequel, which is on the way in the mail to me, so I'll let you guys know when I get it. But it's called 3 Little Words by Rhodes-courter. This one here. And this is great because it's from the perspective of a foster child, and it kind of explains that relationship between their biological parents and how strong that is, moving around to different foster homes, how that affects them, dealing with siblings in foster care. So it was really great because I learned a ton, and it just opens your eyes to how the foster child is dealing with it. So that's 3 Little Words, and then 3 More Words is the sequel, and I'll let you guys know when I read that one. The next is To the End of June. Now this one I found to be a little bit of a harder read, but that's because there's so much fact and truth in it, so it's not as quick of a read as the other 2. You do have to kind of stop, read the facts, really understand what they mean. But this is written by Chris Beam, and she's actually a foster mom, and she spent 5 years immersed in the world of foster care, looking into the questions that she answers in this book and the first-hand stories of all these people. So I really found this book helpful, especially if you live in New York and you're dealing with that foster care system. That's where all the fact kind of comes out of when she talks about how the law, I mean, she covers not just New York, but this is where she's based out of. So it's really valuable if you're from there to know how the system works in New York. So again, To the End of June, The Intimate Life of American Foster Care by Chris Beam. And I'll link them all down below for you. I got mine all off Amazon, and they've all been such good reads. And I mean, I think when you're starting out as starting your fostering journey, it's such an unknown world for so many people, so you just want to know all you can. So these are the books that I have found. I've read others, but these are the 4 that I would say you should start with. So the next one is more about practical application, how you can apply what you learn in this book to your life. And this author I love. Anything she puts out I can't get enough of, because she just really gets it and really helps foster parents to connect. So it's called The Connected Child, Bring Hope and Healing to Your Adoptive Family. So it says on the front, for parents who've welcomed children from other countries and cultures, from troubled backgrounds, and with special behavioral or emotional needs. So most of the kids in foster care and adoption are going to fall somewhere in one of those 3 sections there. So it's just, I'm going to read you a couple of the chapters just so you kind of get, the titles of the chapters, just so you get an idea of what you're going to be covering in this book. So one is dealing with defiance. One of the chapters is You Are the Boss. It's very easy for foster children to take over. And, you just want to give them the world because of their rough background, but it's so important to lay those boundaries early. Teaching life values. This is in no particular order. Disarming the fear response with felt safety. So it's just awesome because it just teaches you how to build affection, how to build trust. Sometimes that connection isn't there like that. I mean, it's very easy to fall in love with so many of these kids, but sometimes it's harder, and especially the older they get and the more behaviors they have ingrained in them and the more trauma they're dealing with, the harder it is for you as a foster parent to kind of get through to them sometimes. So this is a great, great book. I highly recommend it. Again, that's by Karen B. Purvis, and anything you find of hers, I would recommend reading. She's an awesome author. She's very well trained in all of this. So it even gives you skills practice checklists in there. Just, it's so great. I'm going to go back and read this again because I actually read this almost 2 years ago for the first time, and it's just, there's so many great reminders in here. I'm just looking at when your child is stuck and when you're dealing with regressions and stuff, which we are, but I'll get to that in another video. But yeah, anyway, so those are the 4 books. Again, just to go over them quickly: Another Place at the Table, Foster Parents' Perspective; 3 Little Words, Foster Child's Perspective; to the end of June. Again, a foster mom, but more fact, more truth in here. And then the Connected Child is a practical application, how you can take some of these skills that you need to learn when you are parenting these kids. So I hope you guys found that helpful. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about quickly was still books, but I wanted to talk to you about kids' books. When we were looking into it, we found it very hard to find books that explain foster care to our biological children, and maybe you're in the same spot, so I have a couple recommendations for you. And they're actually both from the same author, Todd Parr. These are the two books, the family book and We Belong Together. We Belong Together more so. The family book's a little bit more generalized, but still covers some important stuff. You know, trying to explain to your kids, or maybe you have fostered in the past and adopted that child and now you're fostering again and you need to explain it, foster care to them. Yeah, these are just really great. So the family book, what I love about Todd Parr is the drawings are very, very simple. The words are big and simple. It's just bright colors. It's very easy for even the littlest ones to understand through the way he words things. I'll read the first couple of pages. Some families are big, some families are small, some families are the same color, some families are different colors. And it shows you the little fish. All families like to hug each other. Some families live near, some live far, some look alike, some look like they're pets, and all families are sad when they lose someone they love. So I won't read it all, but it's just really great to explain that families are different. It's not just about, you know, mom and dad getting married and getting pregnant and having a baby and ta-da, that's how a family is. Families are born in so many ways, and it's just a really great way to be able to embrace all the different ways that families are made, whether it's foster care, whether it's adoption, whether it's blended families. It's just a really great book. This one in particular is better for foster care. The best I could find that explained foster care to my kids. I'm still on the hunt, and I'm actually writing my own book. So that will be out hopefully in the next couple of months. I'm just working on the illustration. So hopefully that'll be out soon. But I will keep you guys posted on that. But this one is called We Belong Together. And on the back it says there's lots of different ways to make a family. It just takes love. Share your home and share your heart. And that's the whole premise behind this book. I'll read you a couple pages here. We belong together because you needed someone to read to you and we had stories to share. Now we all have someone to make us laugh. We belong together because you needed someone to say I love you and we had love to give. Now we all have someone to kiss goodnight. So that's a really great book I found. Again, I got both of these on Amazon, so I'll leave all the links for you guys if you're interested in them. But we go over this one a lot. As you can tell, it's pretty beat up already. We go through this one a lot with our kids, especially when kids are coming and going. And with our foster kids, just to let them know that they belong with us right now. And it can sometimes spark questions in your older foster children. But, you know, it's okay. It's okay to let them know that they're part of your family now too. And there's so many people that love them and they're so lucky because they get two families and, you know, helping them navigate the sadness of being away from their bio family, but being open to the excitement of being in your family because I would say in most chances they're going to have some experiences in my family and in your family as a foster family that they might not necessarily have had at home. So it's okay to get them excited about that and to talk to them about having two families. It's totally okay. And I mean, you obviously want to respect their first family and know that you're never going to replace them, but it's okay to be excited that they're a part of your family. Anyways, guys, I hope those book recommendations are helpful. If you've read them or you think you're going to read them, throw a thumbs up down there for me so I know. I've got, like I said, some more coming in the mail, so once I read those, I'll do another review and tell you guys what I think of them. But yeah, it's just great. Foster care, there's so many unknowns, so the more you can read, the more you feel more comfortable, the more you understand things, the better it is, and the happier your fostering journey is going to be, because when you can understand the way certain systems work and different perspectives, you can really look at it as a whole system. Yes, there's so many flaws, but how can you help and what areas are tangible for you to make change? I hope you guys found that helpful. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I try to bring out new videos at least once, but I'm trying to get to twice a week for you guys. Foster care and adoption related videos. I have some great interviews actually coming up on the way, parenting stuff, and some beauty related stuff too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.